I guess all of you has heard about cybersecurity awareness. Anyone haven't heard about these terms? No, I guess so. Because of recent very famous incident. One of them we will talk about soon. It's about deepfake. I guess you guys heard about deepfake, the 200 million Hong Kong dollar loss one. Okay, we talk about it later on. I guess cybersecurity is a very hot topic or hot terms for all you guys. And cybersecurity most of the time is talk about whether you can have a very strong awareness about what is scam, what is the fraud, what is the risk, how come you will not be the next victim, be involved in any incidents. And around cybersecurity, we have a couple of things that we need to know. We know we should know some importance about the cybersecurity, how to prevent the financial loss, how to prevent it is a violation of compliance, how to prevent it disrupting or disturbing the operation, how we can preserve or prevent the damage of the reputation, how we can protect our sensitive information data. In fact, I think among others, for business side, those factors are important, but for personal side, I think especially for the personal data, sensitive data will be your key focus. Three elements in cybersecurity: confidentiality, integrity, and also availability. What we simply call CIA. Most of the time, we say CIA is the core for cyber. If you do want to know cybers, at least you know all these three stuff. Confidentiality is talk about whether you have well protection about some sensitive information. Integrity is talk about whether you have some due diligence or procedure that you give a reasonable protection of data to avoid any alternation. And the third one, availability, is talk about whether the system or the data are available when you want to use them. Just for example, if you guys are doing some analysis stuff, suddenly almost dropped and then no more screen and then no more data, and that is talk about availability. If the data you are seeing is not correct, it means you can't base on them to do any judges. Then it's integrity issue. Confidentiality, it means that not just you guys can see those data, but someone else outside the company can see it. So you have to know these three principles. And then why this training is important? Because human is always the weakest link. So as long as you guys have more training, as long as you guys have higher awareness, then there's less chance or lower the chance those cyber risks will come to your company or come to your operation. People also be the front line to face the attack. So most of the successful attack so far is called phishing. I guess you guys heard about phishing. That phishing is not fishing, okay? Not the fishing. No fish, but a lot of fishing. And the most successful phishing in the history is also initiated by phishing. Normally phishing is from email. So most of the phishing case will relate to email. You receive a malicious email, talk about something, and then ask you to do something. And then because of some reason, you hit it, you click it, you open it, and then you download it, and that's the case. We'll talk about how to identify phishing email smartly. And then the organization like today, we need to have some continuous activities to do or perform this awareness training to make sure people has a very high sense of awareness, so as to know different attack or different type of attack from time to time. Okay. There is some statistic about the current situation. It is not the latest one. It is as of 2023. It's talk about 59% of business have experience of cyber incident. Okay, they have issue, they have incident. 36% of them do not have incident. Incident response means that as long as there is some incident, there is some team or operation which help you to investigate the cause of the incident or the root cause or how to prevent in the future. And then data loss, 7% has concern about the company's data loss. As long as you guys doing some sensitive information and those information are very sensitive to the public or to some of your client, then they have a very huge concern about that. And also 23% is talk about the malware. Okay, malware is the most common cause of the cyber incident. But in fact, right now, it's pretty low. It's because phishing are always the highest figure. It means that most of the attack are initiated from the phishing. And data loss, 51% is talk about they have data loss. Especially for last year, you guys may heard about the Cyberport stuff, right? The Cyberport incident, they have a huge amount of data, sensitive data, linked to the dark web and then being sold. And then, yeah. But anyway, just for you guys know. And there are some different figures, but I don't go through them because it's not important for you guys, just for you to know that there's some root cause of incident and some impact of the incident. Most of them talk about financial losses. Some of them talk about reputation. Some of them talk about the data loss. Okay, but all these impact will be impacting the business operation. Different type of common attack or prevention. As mentioned, okay, just give you not 10 minutes, but I think 2 or 3 minutes. Feel free, because we don't have much people here, so we just feel free to talk about what sort of common cyber attack that you may heard of. What sort of thing? Phishing, one of them, right? What else?
Special to your
Okay, malicious website, and then what else? Normally, if you are very disciplined, you don't browse those untrusted website, that chance is lower. But definitely, no one will be. Not everyone are so smart. Therefore, there is still a chance to visit a untrusted website or malicious websites. Okay. Besides these two, any other things else?
Maybe hacker.
Right, hacker, of course. But of course, mostly hacker. How come hacker will find you? There should be some way. Say, for example, maybe you visit some website, maybe you are being phished, and then you click on the link. So yeah, what else? Anything of that? Anyone think about the SMS, the phishing SMS? Heard about it? Sometimes you may receive some SMS talk about you are a member of what, you are being noticed for what, and then there's some urgency that you need to click on it, and then when you click on it, they bring you to somewhere and then ask you to input something, very sensitive information. Sometimes they will pretend to be your membership club, your membership, whatever association, and then ask you to verify your identity. You'll ask you to input things. As long as you put the right thing, then don't worry about it. Within 10 seconds, your credential will be somewhere in the world, will be used somewhere in the world to test it. If this is correct, then the rest things will happen. Normally, it will be a incident. Okay, let's see video. There should be. Okay, listen. Hold on, give me a second. Oh yeah, I see what's wrong. Hold on. Okay, with voice is better. Okay, give me a second. Hold on. Not my problem, not your problem. Let me, because I switch off the speaker. Okay, this time should be better. So we. Someone claiming themselves police, but they look totally not a police looking, right? Okay, so you see what's going on? What's wrong? So I think some of them may see some sort of things. This is called phishing. or some sort of fraud or impersonate someone else. But those things are not real because, in fact, in the real world, if you someone like a thief but show you the police pass, you won't open the door for him. Phishing, first of all, most of phishing they will look like a very real email from Google, from your HR or from your shopping website, but most of them has something not 100% correct. It means that you may find some points or some key points that let you know those are not real email from originally from the sender. Because if I'm a hacker, if I want to send you an email and pretend to be Google, pretend to be Yahoo, and pretend to be YouTube, it's so easy because there's no restriction for you to pretend to be any sender. It means that any sender, any domain that you can use to send your email, just okay, or you reply that to that email, then that email will forward to the original one, and then it's not the attacker ones. So first of all, you need to know whoever sender, they might not the real one. Second, we need to take a look of the content of the email, whether those email content are proper. Proper means whether they seems normal. But of course, if they want to fish you, they will make a very looking real one, and then trick you or cheat you to click the link, cheat you to press on the button, cheat you to download something. So beware of that. Normally, right now, those big company, they won't send you email, ask you to verify that whether you are the real person, and then ask you to log in. In such a case, hold on, step back, and take a look at whether there's a real things happening. Spear phishing is more sophisticated one. They target to someone else. It means that for your company, if you are the role who do some transaction, like a huge amount transaction, you are finance department, then you'll be the target. And then most of the time you'll receive some spear phishing. It means that it's targeted for you, not a master one, targeted for you. If you more, we are more looking like a real one. Phishing. The other kind of phishing, but it is using mobile. It call you like someone else. I think in Hong Kong it's less common because in Hong Kong, first of all, most of those attacker or those scammer, they are not from Hong Kong. So in Hong Kong, you need to speak very fluent Cantonese before you can do the scam, okay? So I guess it's not easy in Hong Kong, but in foreign country like US, that's very common, and like other countries, it's very common. So phishing is also another way to do the scam. And that is what I call the AI. Recently, there's an instant, a deepfake AI, because it's not difficult to do a deepfake. Right now, if you purchase it at maybe $10, $10 US, then you can get a very sophisticated deepfake apps. You put your face on that, and then you put your face into some movie, some popular YouTube clips, and then make you the actor. Okay, beware of that. There is some trade-off if you think it is fun, because if you do upload your personal image on there or personal voice on there, you become part of the database. If one day that database is being hacked, or that database is originally from the hacker, okay, they just give you a free lunch, or gives you a very value features to play the AI, make you to upload your personal image, personal voice on there, okay, then maybe some days later, you find someone have your voice, has your face information, and then they can do anything else. Based on what the latest technology, 10-second image, 10-second voice is good enough to make you to do all facial expression. So it's too terrible. And for the police, announce the case, the 200 million case, anyone heard about it?
I saw it on the newspaper. You can go through the details.
Okay, in fact, it's not by myself, it's by the police force because they have already officially announced the detail throughout some conference. So what I say is just, I refer what they say. If it's not correct, don't bring me, bring them, okay? First of all, they say that company, they put their e-meeting online and make this e-meeting a public listed one. Therefore, anyone who can download it. And then second, they download it and edit it and make it a e-meeting like invitation and send to a finance guy. I mean a mid-level staff who always help the CEO to transfer the funding while they want to do some acquisition, very urgent one. And then first of all, they send an e-meeting. When the e-meeting start, the very first thing they ask the staff to introduce themselves, himself or herself. If you are just a middle level staff and then you are meeting with a C-level or C-level, you feel very privileged, right? Oh, I'm being invited to join the meeting with all C-level people. Therefore, you then introduce yourself, and then they start to keep playing the rest of the video, which has been put online. And at last, the one using the deepfake technology pretend to be the CEO, use his face or her facial, and then the voice, and then saying that, okay, Mary, that you need to transfer the fund, 200 million for me, immediately because I want to acquire a company. Originally it's 500 million, but now it's 200 million. I want to take this chance to buy a very valuable company right now. Then I need a job because I have another meeting. Then please handle for me. And then everyone job. Then the victim left herself or himself alone, and then keep doing the rest of the thing. That is the what police force has said. So you see how easy. You have the editing, very good editing skill, and then you know how to use the deepfakes. You have the voice from the CEO, you have the face from the CEO, then you earn 200 million. Okay, it make me want to change my job. Okay.
Me too. So did they trace back the money at the end of the day?
I think not. Otherwise, there will be announcement. But I would say it is total loss in terms of the insurance term.
No criminal has been apprehended.
It's hard to chase because if I'm the attacker, if I'm the bad guy, I won't left any footprint. And also you will say, oh, you should have IP. I can trace you. But if I'm a bad guy, I won't use my own IP. I should use another one. I first of all, I will hack one victim and then use his notebook to hack another one, and then to hack 20 times, 30 times, and then the final one will do this kind of thing. If the police get the first one, but that one already not the real bad guy, but the victim as well. So after training 10 times or 20 times, then they think of there is no way they can trace the final or the original one. And it takes time to trace one by one. So finally, all these cases will be just say, oh, we're still in the investigation. And then, but before this end, a new phase coming, a new incident coming. So never ending story. It become a very never ending story. So I see no very quick way to find out who is the bad guy behind. But yes, you're right. Yeah, they try to find it, but not all the bad guy will know how to hidden themselves. And also smashing. Smashing is using the SMS. This is quite common in last couple of years, but as long as the IM, in Hong Kong is WhatsApp, in China is WeChat, in Japan is Line, and also recently we have Telegram, we have Slash, a lot of different IM, but all these just like give you a text message, give you a link, and then saying that some urgency and ask you to click on the link. When you click on the link, it asks you to verify your identity. As long as you enter the right thing, as I mentioned, within 10 seconds, your credential will spread to somewhere in the world and then being tried, and then try to change it, the password, and then try to spread the same thing to all your friends from there. So before you click, think twice or more than twice, okay? Google search scam, it is try to make some poison to your search result. It means that they sponsor Google and then try to try to make it a top search result. If you say, oh, who is the, for example, you want to find a partner, who is the best pen test company in global or in some region, and then it just sponsor saying that, oh, ABC is the best one, but in fact ABC is not the real pen test company but a hacker company. If you hire them or if you contact them, they will not do what has been agreed, but they do more than agreed. Okay, I just take the example. There could be a lot of things they can do, but anyway, they do phishing links, not the real one, or even they are not even talk to you. They just give the link, the wrong link or the malicious link to you for you to click on. When you click on, it asks you to fill out some information, and those information wouldn't be used as contacting you, but collecting your database or company's database, or even they send, say, a free gift sending to anyone who click on the link, and then ask all your company staff to fill in the information. Then they get the full database of company employee. So one of the things. The social media scam, sometimes you will see there's a lot of what we call a fake, in Chinese, 鬼户口, okay? It's a 鬼户口, okay? And most of these face account, they are all handsome boy, handsome guy, pretty ladies. And then you suddenly find yourself very handsome. You suddenly find yourself very pretty because a lot of handsome guy, a lot of pretty ladies, they chase to add you as a friends. And then, okay, I say add is no problem. But talk to them is a problem because they try to tempt you to do something, to provide some sensitive information, and then finally they will gather all this information and then make this a kind of a part of the attack. So make sure not add untrusted connection. Second, don't share sensitive information, or don't even yourself. Your birthday, a lot of things, no need to share. I think not necessary to share because they are not your friends. Mostly they are hackers. We have ways to find out who this account or fake account. Fake account, they have a very common element. First of all, very new one, established within a month, within a couple months. Second, they only post beautiful picture. They don't post any just real life one. All of them are not real life one. They very beautiful, very beautiful restaurant, beautiful scenes, very nice eating stuff, and then those girls are very beautiful, and then always they not real, too good to be true, right? Just so beautiful, but no boyfriend, no husband, and then saying that, oh, you are the one chosen, I want to talk to you. Oh, they even don't see, they even don't look at your photo and say that you're handsome, okay? And sometimes some I would say in Chinese 好 hair, okay? They just hack account, but their account originally called a man's name, but the hacker didn't change the name. They just changed the picture, changed the pretty girl picture, but the name's still a man's name. And then if you trace back in the history photo, you will see some man photo, okay, originally from India or from where, but finally become a pretty girl. And then that pretty girl using a man's name to say some sweet word to you is too ridiculous, okay? So there's another video for you guys.
Did you know the person lurking behind that fun-looking quiz on Facebook or Instagram or BuzzFeed might be a hacker waiting to capitalize on your answers? I'm sure you've seen them. What celebrity are you most like? What's your spirit animal? What's your IQ? You might think you're playing a fun game with friends poised to share your answers with others. Unfortunately, you've just added to the playground for bad actors to leverage by answering with your birth date, your favorite song, your favorite color, all to populate the goofy answer. However, you may have also inadvertently offered up the answers to commonly used security questions. Using this information, a cyber criminal could gain access to your other accounts, your email, your security system, or even your bank account. Now, let's consider the plethora of data that's available to us at our fingertips. A simple Google search can help me find where you work, where you live, if you own your home, what you paid for it, if you voted in a recent election, if you're an owner of a cat or dog, and more. Couple this readily available public information with the answers to some of those fun social media quizzes, and you have a valuable jigsaw puzzle identity thieves can leverage as a springboard to other scams. I'm foreseeing an identity theft nightmare on the horizon. The fun quizzes and tests aren't the only scams lurking behind social media platforms. Work from home and other quick money-making schemes flooded social media, particularly during the COVID pandemic. The scams frequently involve the user providing a credit card to purchase a starter kit, which never comes. But what does come are the subsequent charges for so-called membership or user fees. Don't fall for the sweepstakes, lottery, or cryptocurrency posts either. As with the regular lottery, if you didn't play, you didn't win. Nor should you ever be required to pay to receive your winnings. Also, if the return sounds too good to be true, it often is. Clickbait. Stay away. While it's enticing to want to see purportedly cool videos or trade secrets, it's often an attempt to install a virus on your system.
Okay, so you got it. It means that most of the things is too good to be true will be some scam or some phishing stuff. As mentioned, there are two types of things that you may face, you may receive phishing. Something asks you to do action, click on the link, download stuff, open a page, and then enter the information, sensitive information. Social media scam, someone try to be make friend with you, connect you, saying that he or she, someone else, pretend to be someone else, and then talk to you, get your information, get some sensitive information from you. So beware of that. Password attack. Password attack means that your password is too short. There is some figure for your reference. You see, if your password is only 7 characters, like this one, only the alpha without numeric, 7.5 minutes can do it. How long does it take to crack? It means that they use a cracking machine, just crack your 7. In fact, I would say the real figure will faster than 9.5 because, you know, if you are a target, it's worth for me to get a supercomputer to crack your password. Therefore, the 9.5 minutes just for a general notebook, general PC. If they use a supercomputer, it could be 0.95 minutes or even lesser. So you see, nowadays 12 length combination of alphanumeric as well as the those special character, it takes 15,000 long. So at least 12 digit or character in length is the minimum today. But I would say today, yes, but tomorrow might not, because tomorrow there could be an even faster computer come out, and then today's 10 years could become 3 years or even lesser later on. So be aware of that. Of course, you will say, oh, how about 20 in length? Good, but you have to remember it. So there is some balance. You want to make it complicated, but you want to remember it. So I suggest you guys to have some way to create your password. Just a suggestion, you could put 2 things in your mind, very easy to remember, but hard to be remembered by a single person. Say, for example, your mobile number. You will say, oh, all my friends, all my colleagues know my number. Yes, but your colleague or your friend may not know your, say, your home flat number, the room number, or if you have been a student, your student number may not be known by a single person, both your number and your student number. And then you, at the middle, you add a special character, like the S sign, like the pound sign, like the asterisk sign. So if this kind of thing all combine together, it becomes a very long password and hard to be cracked easily. Or if you think it's not strong enough, put another one at the beginning of the password and another one at the end of the password. So totally one special character, one something you remember easily, but not for everyone. And then another special character, and then something you remember very easy, but another one special character. All these 3 special characters can be random, not necessarily to be the same, not necessarily to be a particular one. For this kind of combination, I guess it could be longer than 20 characters. So it makes it a very hard to be cracked. So what else thing that we could do to tackle the password attack? You may heard about 2FA, two-factor authentication. What is it? You have your password one factor. The other factor will be a SMS to your mobile or email, a one-time password to your email, or send WhatsApp to your WhatsApp. Or, I mean, send IM message to your IM tools like WhatsApp, WeChat, Line, or whatever. And also use password manager. Password manager, the key purpose is for you to generate a hard to crack password. It will randomly generate alphanumeric and special character password. So you can use these things to help you. Most of the time, change password regularly. No worry about to create a password because you can make use of password manager will help you to create password in a second. But you got to be a way to remember it. Or if you don't, you can't remember it well, you can make use of the change password features every time. If you forget password, to create a new one. That is easier for you, and also make your account less risky to be attacked. But for you go for a lot of password reset procedure. But it's good for you. It's a happy problem. Ransomware, which you may heard about, it's been a while in the market, more than 10 years. From the very early beginning, a very impactful ransomware, which asks you for bitcoins. Normally, bitcoins, they ask for very little bitcoin, 0.00 something, but recently the bitcoin become very expensive. So even it's 0.00 something, it still costs you a lot. Whenever you see this screen, my personal advice, I would say, if you just find it, if you just see it, don't hesitate to switch off your computer. You know why? Most of the time when you see this, the actual process might not have been started. It means that they even haven't yet started to encrypt your file. They show the screen to threaten you, ask you to pay, ask you take your time to read it. So they buy time to encrypt your data. If you switch off your computer immediately, they may not enough time to encrypt everything. So there got to be some chance you can take back some file hasn't yet been encrypted. But I would say that's very risky. But if you are sure, you just see the screen at that moment, very recently, maybe within a minute, within a couple seconds, then switch off may be the best way, because at least you stop anything still keep doing in your hard disk. I mean, and it is encryption. But of course, if you see this for long, or the counter has been counter for more than hours, don't try it. It's useless, because even you switch it off, maybe those things already be encrypted. So the key thing is, okay, one question for you guys. If you are being, unluckily, if you're being ransomed, are you going to pay to unlock it?
No.
Okay, no. What else? No. Why?
There were one more.
Yeah, right. And you are right as well. How about others? What's others' views?
The important file should have been saved on the share file anyway. So I should have backup anyway.
I would say if you have backup, of course. But nowadays they are very clever, very smart. They will find out all your possible what we call a drive mapping. Try to find out all your data, even backup. They lock it as well. So what else? What's your view?
Yeah, I mean, it's just bad to engage with the hacker. So
Yeah,
if you send them any money, that's another data point they have.
I see. They're not your friends, right? They're just some bad guy threaten you and ask you for money, right? Okay. What else? What's your view?
I'm just gonna seek the advice from IT support
Okay.
and to see if there are any better way.
And support will say, whether you do a repair, if yes, then no pay. If no, then you need to
They
consider.
should be smarter than me.
Yeah, okay. First of all, my views, I would say my view is not just my view, not a very you can take it as a reference. In fact, not pay is good because it's true. Those guys, they may come again. Maybe they are ethical enough. You pay them, they just release, give you the key to unlock those files. But who knows? After a second, after a week, someone else, in fact, it's the same guy, they just pretend to be another guy. They come again, ransom you again, and then ask for money. If you don't do anything to find out the root cause, and then to isolate the problem, and then to clean out things, then it will be not really you really not solve the problem. So I would recommend, if you have a good practice before you have any incident, you should have a good practice to do a backup, and those backups should be at least one copy offline, or one if possible two or more copy online. I see some company, they do a couple copy offline. Make sure, in case the first one is not working, they have the second one, and second one is working, they have the third one, and so far, so on. Okay, so not pay is the highly recommend. But if no way, or your business is there's only one copy of your business data, and if you don't pay, then your business will shut down. Then you have no choice, you have to pay. But I would say it's not guaranteed they will resume your data or your file. So if you pay, you are putting yourself a even more deeper risky way, because someone, if they know, hey, you are a pay client, then the other one, they will split the news to in the community, saying that, hey, there's some guy who will pay, come hack it. Okay, so you know the difference. Okay, or we keep going. Let us talk about the different things. The malware, what I call is some application which intentionally attack your system, make your system not functionable. Maybe they do some bad things, or they prepare to let your environment to be vulnerable to some kind of attack. DOS today is you are not this is not so often to see this kind of attack. It is talk about make your network or make your infrastructure a very busy one, make it not available for function. But nowadays, because there's more and more vendor who provide anti-DDoS service, it means that they use a huge amount of device to filter those attacks. So it means it become a money burning game. It means that if you have more money, you hire more service to protect you. Then if some guy want to attack you, they need to put more money to attack you. So it become a money game. So it is no longer very relevant, because no one want to spend money before they get money. So therefore, it is not very common right now. Dumpster diving, this is a part of a very in Hong Kong 10 or 20 years ago, there is a lot of 狗仔隊. You know what is 狗仔隊? It means someone who follow you and pick your stuff. When you throw stuff into the rubbish bin, they just pick it up and then review all of them. Just see what things what things may be of interest of the reader. And then they just put it on the reader, put it on the newspaper, or put it on the media, and saying that, oh, this is someone else's stuff, blah 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 blah. Okay, this is dumpster. But in fact, for the real world, if we want to attack the company, sometimes we will look into the rubbish bin, whether they will shield something. If they don't shield something, some important information might be in there. If I can get, say for example, a employee listing, or a recent password application form, then I may find something very sensitive, and then make use of a part of my intelligence to build my attack plan. So first of all, make sure you don't throw any sensitive information without destroying it, or without shooting it. Second, never print it out, even you print it out unless necessary. You print it out before you throw it. You make it a pieces of paper. Make sure no one can reassemble it. Okay, don't think of this mission impossible. I see tons of case. Even you make it just a little pieces of paper, as long as there is enough time, they can make everything into a original paper, and then everything are there. So not a good way. APT is too advanced for you guys. It means that attacker want to attack you, they will stay in your environment for a long while. That long while could be more than years. Okay, and then once they get used to know what is the operation or what a general operation flow of your company, then they start to make an attack, and that attack will make you make you no way to defend it because they know everything. They even block your IT, block your defense system. So when the attack start, then there's no way you can defend it. So therefore, you should have it to have regular checkup like pen testing, like more advanced health check, what we call a red teaming. Red teaming is one of the service. You hire someone else, pretend to be a hacker to hack your company before the real hacker do it. Okay. And also, dumpster diving, as mentioned, don't throw some sensitive information in the rubbish bin. Or what is the best practice of secure work environment, remote and physical? As mentioned, normally physical is much safer than remote because the remote channel could be used or could be made use by the bad guys. There are some statistics. It talk about the best practices of secure environment. We just take a look of that. Not very important, but let you guys know why it's so difficult for implementing some security culture. Is because employees not buying. Say for example, if normally you log in, just log in the key, the password is good enough. But now, besides login, you need to do a fingerprint authentication. You need to do the facial authentication, and then you need to do a lot of back and forth stuff. Then you feel, oh, it's too noisy, and then it's not good for me. Then you don't buy in. So that's the reason. Normally, the most secure mechanism will take you more time, but it's safe for you. So we need to make a balance when we implement this kind of thing. Okay, and then those things are why cybersecurity are good and how they can easily to be implemented. It's just easier, set a clear expectation. Say for example, if I'm the security manager, I say I'm going to implement new things. The purpose of implement this is for what, and then what sort of thing I need to implement, and then provide the resources like training, workshop to let you guys know what is going to be changes. And finally, we were those who do a good thing, like say for example, if we implement a phishing awareness solution, for those guys who had the training, and also when they see a footprint of attack or phishing email, there's a button for them to pass on and then pass the phishing email to the IT or IS department reporting it. Those behavior, we need to give a credit or give a motivation to the user who passed the button. So this kind of thing are easier way for you to implement the cybersecurity in the company environment. Top 4 security challenge. Okay, I don't repeat them. They are just what I just mentioned to you. Okay, I skip this because it's talk about how to brainstorm a secure environment. But instead of I let you guys flipping it, I just freely share with you guys. Okay, what are the things that you think that could make you a workable, secure, remote work environment? Okay, anyone else can tell me? What sort of things that you might do while you are doing in a remote way? Do you guys work from home? Sometimes. Okay. When you work from home, what sort of security practices or procedure that your company recommends that you do?
So corporate laptops.
Okay, corporate laptop. Okay, and then so what's the difference if your home computer or your home your company laptop? What's the difference between two?
So it is controlled by our IT vendor.
And then what? So there is a additional protection mechanism in between, right?
Got the factor authentication.
Okay, the MFA. Okay, so what else? Besides using the computer, provided by company, which has the IT vendors protection or additional protection mechanism. What else? VPN, log in using a VPN, and then what else? Okay, anyway, I think this is all good for you guys to know. At least you know there is something in place to make a more secure connection while you are working remotely, okay? So I think this is too basic. First of all, using a well protected laptop or other company. Don't use your own home one because your home one might not have enough protection mechanism. And second, use a secure login. VPN is one of that. And also the MFA, the most very common one. So these two is good enough for you. Okay. Because we are running out of time, so I speed it up. I think there is two I mentioned. So I also mentioned one thing I would like to mention here is don't use unsecure Wi-Fi. Those public Wi-Fi, don't use it. For those who don't need login, never use it to do any sensitive thing. If you want to search Facebook, IG, YouTube, see the video, good, okay, no problem. Because as long as it is no sensitive things that you are working on it, maybe you need not to log in, just browse those video is good enough. But if you do e-banking, login company account, no, never do that. Because just a real example, my friend who traveled to Taiwan and booked, she forgot to book the new next hotel, and then she booked the hotel using the first hotel's Wi-Fi to book the next hotel. Within a minute after she did some credit card payment using the Wi-Fi, the free Wi-Fi without the password. I remember there is a password. The password is your last name. Even there is some mechanism for you to strengthen the Wi-Fi access. They're still easier, very easier to be hacked by the hacker. And then within a minute, his credit card, he has SMS received from the phone saying that her credit card are being used by somewhere else in another place. So you see how dangerous it could be. Don't use unsecure Wi-Fi, never, to do any sensitive things. Encryption, as mentioned, as long as you have backup, do data encryption. If you data encryption, then no one else can encrypt your data further. Okay, even they encrypt further, they can do nothing because even they grab it, they link it, no one else can decrypt it. So encrypted is one of the best way. Data backup and recovery, you practice yourself from time to time and do offline backup, offsite backup. Make sure there is no way the hacker can encrypt them. Well, clean remote work policy means that don't lab those sensitive information while you are doing remote. And also secure operation like today, you guys are sitting here and learn about security stuff. And I skip this because of time. And also there's 4 security challenge for physical security. Number access control, like when I come in, I need to have the door opened by Fred let me in. Otherwise, there's no access control. Monitoring, there should be CCTV to monitor whether those guys working in your office are the correct employee or not. And the inside threat, it means that whether there is someone who have excessive privilege, who can access too many folders which he or she doesn't supposed to have the rights. And also scalability and flexibility, the same thing, same over privilege stuff. Okay, I skip this as well. And also tips to ensure physical secure environment. First of all, I think right now it's better. Previously we have both notebook and laptop or desktop, but now most you guys are using very thin notebook or laptop. So I think it's not a problem right now. And also you guys should have some policy to saying that don't let your notebook unattended. And also, hold on. Well, I don't know what's wrong. Okay, it's just saying that, okay, keep eyes on your inventory and then restrict access to sensitive area, like some place you may store some sensitive information, then make sure there is some access control there. And also the store security, it means that paper, electric device, sensitive information has to be locked. Okay, and then if okay, let's talk about data. Destroy before you discard. It means that make sure there's a way no one can retrieve or resume them back to its original status. The paper one. Install some mechanism to protect your data, to protect your computer, to protect your environment, and also employee identification. Sometimes, if your company is big enough to let people to walk around, then for me, like a visitor, I should have a badge wear on, and then when I walk around, then you know I'm a visitor, not an employee. If I travel to some desk very sensitive, you know I am a visitor traveling to a desk, I shouldn't be there, and then you should let ask this guy to stay away. Yeah, you're a visitor, you should stay somewhere. You did it some best practices. So I think this is one of the things that you guys may consider. Okay, social media, as mentioned, I also jump it. It's talk about in the social media world, not all guys are good guys, and most of them, I mean the hacker, the scammer, the bad guy are all around. Yes, okay. So therefore, don't easily to get connect with someone else because they are going to trick you. They are going to fake you. They want to connect you because of some purpose. KK Yun's friend, they like to make friends with you and then try to be your girlfriend, your boyfriend, and your sweetheart, and then talk about some very nice things, and then hope you will think them are very best friend, and then tell a lot of things. And also, there's talk about some settings. Simply speaking, I won't go through the setting, but simply speaking is, first of all, each sharing should have some visibility setting. Not all of them are released publicly. It means that don't share everything to public. Okay, some of them should be only friends or even very small group of people. If the photo is sensitive, not talk about company. Say for example, your home photo, there could some background could have some sensitive information. Say your cat, dog photo, your family's photo, or some decoration in your home. Those things you may think is just nothing, but with all these things packed all together, it could be form a picture of your profile. So don't underestimate this kind of stuff. Okay, and also app permission. Don't allow the permission. Don't allow your app. Don't just click to install. View the permission before you click, because sometimes the permission is unreasonable. If say for example, it is just a it's just a payment app, but it requests a full permission to your photos. Doesn't make sense, right? So stop it. Okay. And also location. Sometimes you won't share location because you don't want someone else know where are you. But some say location sensitive apps need to know. So you need to judge whether it is proper or not. Managing friends. Don't let everyone to connect you like friends, because sometimes something are only released to friends. If they become your friends, they can see a lot of your personal information. 2FA again is one of the very common practice. These are all last year or recently incident. The Cyberport, the Hong Kong Post, Sony, MGM in Macau, Macau Tax in Macau, the WhatsApp fraud. There's tons of things happens every day. As long as you guys can do a very good practices on security awareness, then let's say this can happen. No problem. Okay, so I try to finish it very soon. Case study. Okay, I skip this guys, this case, and then I just this is a Cyberport one, 400 gigabytes being personal being linked. And also you will see the PDPC report, the privacy commissioner just released a report saying the root cause of this incident, but the fact is very for myself very unacceptable, because those findings are very common and no very fundamental practice, but those practices are not being implemented well. So Okay, I skip all this. Okay, finally, any questions? Anything else that may interest? You may ask, and we can discuss if you have time.
Anyone? No.
Anyone online?
Yeah.
Anyone on? Yeah, someone online raise a hand. Can Eunice, can you help me, or can is it Gavin? Right? Can you type your question, or you can speak? Oh, you outside? Oh, outside. Oh, come in. Yeah, come. Okay.
Yeah, the microphone doesn't work. Yeah, just quick question.
Yeah.
For those like fake news,
Yeah.
if we only click it, we need information or just we need to for typing or everything.
Yeah. Right. For those link, if you click it, I would say for those malicious link, if you click on it, most of the time the first click won't hurt you, won't hurt anything, unless you're using a very old computer or your browser is a very old version and there is a known vulnerability there, and they targeted you and make use of this vulnerability to attack you.
Okay.
Only if this case, the click will be harmful, and you some of your data may get linked, but most of the time not, because as long as you have a very frequent update of your computer, browser, whoever, or antivirus,
same thing.
The same, because whatever smartphone, whatever computer, they all computer, right? And they use the software is just a software. As long as you have a very frequency update, it make it more safer. But I never say it's safe, because today safe, tomorrow not safe, right? You see what I mean?
Yeah, because the reason I ask is that sometimes I just misclick something. It's
okay. It's okay.
But I just close it.
It's okay. As long as
there's so many
right. One thing. Frequency update your application, your browser, make it an up-to-date one. And second, if you just click on it, no worry about it. Close is the best way to do. Second is try to install some sort of antivirus or endpoint. I guess your company may have some solution applied on the mobile. They may install some what we call endpoint protection, which help you to filter or to protect you while you are accidentally click on some malicious link. If not, it's okay. Click on is okay, but as mentioned, if you click on and then you further key in something, that could be a problem.
So basically, the common way they get the information is just make you to type in those information. It's not wireless onto the device and then get them by themselves.
Yes, you're right. Normally, yes, but attack way can change from day to day, from time to time. So I couldn't say this is forever, but later on maybe some sort of thing. And I would say one thing I just remind you: sometimes you receive some call like WhatsApp call or WeChat call. They are video call for those. Just new way to attack you. Why they use video call? Because they want to capture your facial. They want to capture your voice for the purpose of AI or deepfake. So, I wouldn't say this is the only way, but there could be more and new way coming. Okay. Thank you. So, any other questions from on?
I have a question. Is it safe to use airport Wi-Fi?
And sorry, you are
Calvin.
Yeah, Calvin. Okay.
Is it safe to use airplane Wi-Fi?
Or hotel Wi-Fi?
Yeah, airplane. Hotel.
I would say one, airplane should be better, because airplane, they first of all, it is a pay services. Okay. Second, it is not a free Wi-Fi. It means that sometimes it block the visibility within the network. It means that just like you are using hotspot your mobile, it is a one end-to-end connection. It means that no one sharing the same network with you. You are using some I wouldn't say a dedicated, but it would say just like you are using the mobile phone, because your mobile phone, you are using the transmission channel point to point between each transceiver receiver. So it is much more safe than using the Wi-Fi or no password Wi-Fi. So this is okay for the airplane, but for what's the other thing? Hotel depends on the type of protection. First of all, no password, no use. With password like last name, still okay, but don't do any sensitive things, because even last name, you know, CPU processing power is so quick. So if they use brute force to guess, they may have chance they hack into the Wi-Fi hack to happen, and then they stay there and wait for your input, and then a key lock everything when you input. So remember, when you're outside, unless you're using your mobile hotspot, don't do any sensitive thing. Even you're using mobile hotspot, minimize the time or way you use it, unless it is necessary. For me, I go last year I go US to join a very famous hacker conference. There's more than 100, no, not 100, more than 10,000 hacker there, and then they offer a Wi-Fi, and then I have no way. My data is all used up, and then I had to use the Wi-Fi. But I connect the Wi-Fi, and then I try my best to use all sorts of things you mentioned about VPN, MFA. But I still very afraid I'm being hacked. So when I back to Hong Kong, I asked my Swiss technical head to install some monitoring software on my computer to make sure there is no hacker persistent in my computer. After half a year, they say, okay, it is confirmed that no threat stored in your computer.
Why they need to wait for half a year to conclude that?
Because APT is just I stay there and wait. I don't do anything. I don't do anything, trigger anything. So if you see nothing happen, 1 month, 2 months, doesn't mean there's nothing happen.
Wow.
Maybe in the first month, in the first month.
They don't attack, launch an attack, but they hiding inside your laptop. You cannot find it.
Sometimes if they pretend to be some system software, like say for example, there's a Microsoft.com program there. They pretend to Microsoft.com program. When you look in the task, you see only Microsoft.com. So you don't know this is a malicious application resident in your memory. So you don't know until they do something else, until the application, it observed that these applications are doing something which is not supposed to do. Then it start to know this is a malware. Or after a certain scan, and then what we call a checksum, we find that this program is not calculated. The figure calculated is not the official provided figure. So we find that. So it takes time to know whether it's a malware or not. And sometimes it's too many things to scan. If everything has to scan in that detail, your computer will be just like a toy walking. Okay, very slow. Yeah. So sometimes we need to wait a while. Yeah, am I answering your question?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions else? No?
Oh, good.
Okay. If not, if awkward, then I say thank you very much. Thank you for those who are online joining this training. I hope I can give some insightful sharing for you guys and let you guys know what is the actual world looking like and how dangerous it is if you don't have this kind of knowledge. You'll be under very high risk. So be careful and be with high awareness all the time. Make sure before you click on link, before you input some data, think twice or more than twice, because everywhere trap, everywhere danger in cyber world, because there are too many bad guys in there, and also it's too easy to be a bad guy in cyber world. Okay.
Thank you.
So thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
If possible, if you guys are convenient, can you give me back your name card so I know who you are?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Bye.